Hello hedgehogs and other friends. Today it's Thursday, getting very close to the end of the week now, and today I'm going to read you a new Percy the Park Keeper story, one that I haven't read to you before. It's called One Springy Day. Let's see what happens with Percy in this story. If you look at the picture, it looks like the fox is having a bit of a problem. Let's see if we can find out. Here we go. 97, 98, 99, Percy the Park Keeper counted. 100, come in, ready or not. Now, I know you all like to play hide and seek, and that sounds like, well, that's what Percy's doing. Percy's animal friends were ready, all except one. Oh dear, said the fox. Where shall I hide? I can see you, hedgehog, Percy called. Found you. The fox stood by the door to Percy's workshop. Oh dear, Percy said not to go in here, but... Percy called again. He was getting closer. 3 rabbits in my wheelbarrow. Found you. You can just see them in there. And the fox is still looking. Percy's there. He's trying to hide. Let's see what he manages. This was too much for the fox. He put his paws over his ears and slipped through the workshop doorway. There must be somewhere to hide in here, he muttered. He stopped by some tall shelves and looked up. I wonder. The fox began to climb the shelves like a ladder. It was very tricky, and it became trickier still when he got his foot tangled up in an old spring. Here it is on the end of his leg, look. He shook his leg, but the spring stayed put. It wouldn't come off. He shook his leg harder and harder, and the shelves began to sway. Get off, the fox moaned. Percy's coming, I need to... Oh no, what's going to happen? Oh dear. Crash! The shelves tipped forward and emptied everything on them, including the fox, onto the floor. The fox wasn't hurt, but something wasn't right. He felt sticky. Very, very, very sticky. What was that noise? Said a voice outside. Oh no, it's Percy. The fox jumped to his feet and bundled himself into a nearby cupboard just in time. You can see his tail there. But look, what's he left behind? I think some fox prints. I wonder what it is on his head. Is somebody in here? Percy walked into the workshop, followed by all the other animals. You can see Badger and all his friends there, can't you? He looked at the fallen shelves. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Everything is covered in very sticky glue. That's what's on the fox's head. Look, said the hedgehog. He pointed to a line of footprints, you can see them, across the floor leading to the cupboard where Percy kept things he needed for his work. Oh dear, Percy doesn't look very happy. Oh, he looks better now. He's opened the door. Slowly Percy opened the cupboard door. There was no sign of the fox. Fox, Percy called softly. Are you in there? There was a pause. No, said the fox. The animals giggled together. Then who can it be? Said Percy. Don't know, said the fox. It's definitely not me. Percy chuckled. Come on, out you come, he said. He knew Fox was in there. Fox was pretending not to be, but it didn't work. To everyone's amazement, not only did the fox step out of the cupboard, but so did everything else, all at once, all stuck together. Why do you think it was all stuck together? It was because of that sticky glue, wasn't it? The animals began to laugh. They laughed and they laughed and they laughed. Only the fox didn't think it was very funny at all. With one foot still stuck in the troublesome spring and the other in a paint pot, he ran away from the workshop. Clomp boing, clomp boing, all the way out of the door. Fox, called Percy, come back. The animals looked at each other. Oh dear, said Percy. I think he's upset. You can see his tail just going out the door there, running away. See Percy's, he's thinking. Outside the fox was nowhere to be seen at all. We need a search party, said the owl. No need for that. Look, there, said a squirrel. It's a trail of clues left by the fox. Look, all the way along, as something's fallen off of him, he's left a trail. Well done, said Percy. Listen, said one of the rabbits. Everyone stood quite still and listened. Clomp boing, clomp boing, clomp boing. Aha, said Percy. We'll soon find him. And remember when we do, no laughing, anyone. They could hear him going along the path. With the rabbits racing ahead, Percy and his friends followed the trail, collecting up all of the clues in Percy's wheelbarrow, all the things he's dropped along the way. Phew! Oh, he said, I need a breather. Percy sat down on the roots of an ancient hollow tree, just here. 2 rabbits ran up to him. The trail's run out. We can't find any more clues, Percy. Oh, that's a nuisance, said Percy. It will be harder to find the fox now. He could be... Boing! Ooh, that sounds just like the fox's spring. Percy stopped. The boingy sound seemed to be coming from inside the tree. Percy smiled and signalled for everyone to keep very quiet. Hello, fox, he said. There was no reply. Percy went on. Would you like to come out now? Can't, said the fox. Stuck. Let's give you a hand then, said Percy. He reached into the hollow tree and found not the fox, but the handle of a bucket. He gave it a bit of a tug. Goodness, you really are stuck, he said. Right, come on, everyone. This calls for some teamwork. Percy and the animals tied ropes and strings to the bucket handle and other bits and pieces that were stuck to the fox's fur. They tugged and they pulled again and again and again, but still the stuck fox stayed stuck. Look, you can see them all pulling. The badger whispered to Percy, I think it's his bottom. His bottom, said Percy. What's the matter with his bottom? It's stuck to the tree, said the badger. Oh dear. Poor fox. The badger picked up a mop from Percy's wheelbarrow and went to the other side of the tree. I've got an idea, he said. When I say go, give it one more heave on the ropes. The badger gently pushed the mop through a split in the tree trunk. There he is, look. He's going to push the fox. What's that? Said a muffled voice. Who's poking my... Oh, I think it's bottom. Take the strain, called Percy. Ready, badger? Go, shouted the badger. And this is where I have to open up to a much bigger picture. Here we go. Look at that picture. Can you see it? I think fox is definitely coming out of the tree. Look, badger did push him. Percy and the animals gave a mighty heave. The badger pushed them up as hard as he could. With a boing and a howl, the fox came free. Fox flying out of hollow tree, Percy called. Found you. Look, what a fab picture. Telephone, flower pots, glasses, tomatoes, magnifying glass, a mug. Goodness me, what a lot of things. But good old badger had a really good idea, didn't he? Let's find out how the story finishes. To fold that lovely picture away again. Here we go. Bump! The fox landed in a heap in front of Percy. He tried to get up, he wobbled a bit and sat down again. Oh my word, said Percy, look at your fur. Poor thing, look at him. The fox didn't look very happy at all. You need a nice warm soapy bath, said Percy. And afterwards, Percy went on, we'll all have tea together. I've got a lovely treacle tart we can share. He's having a bit of a giggle, really, because treacle tart's quite sticky too. And the fox doesn't look happy. Poor thing. Not for me, thanks, said the fox. I've had enough sticky stuff for one day. Percy chuckled. Never mind, he said. Tomorrow will be another fine, springy day. Please, said the fox, don't mention springs ever again. Poor fox had a bad experience. But it kind of serves him right a little bit. There he is in his towel. For actually going into the workshop when Percy said he shouldn't do. He was a bit of a naughty fox, wasn't he? I hope you enjoyed that lovely story. That is a new story. I don't think the author, Nick Butterworth, has written that very long ago, so it's very new. Take care, hedgehogs. I'll see you again tomorrow for our final story of the term and the year in hedgehogs. In September, you're going to be baby foxes. Bye, hedgehogs.